If you are not the leader of your household, you're in a losing household. I would argue Tyrese was not the leader of his household. She ran the show. If you let the emotionality of a woman run the show, oh, that's not a life worth living. You understand me? Choosing a woman will be one of the most important decisions that you guys ever make in your entire life. And if you don't choose correctly, then you might be on the internet uploading and publishing a crying goddamn video. She actually had some comments on her own channel regarding her interview on Hardly Initiated. My understanding is that she's not really ever talked about the reason why they got divorced up until this particular time. And then she went viral because there's obviously some regret there.
And so in that interview, I came in with the mentality that I was going to own me. I was going to own me. I can't own anybody else's behavior. I can only own mine. And I'm not going to allow myself to like get in anything, you know, get into potholes and get into the tricks of trying to make this very messy and uglier than it is, right? And so I really wanted to own my stuff, right? I wanted to own my mistakes in the process. And that doesn't necessarily mean that what happened wasn't supposed to happen, because I think if it wasn't supposed to happen, it wouldn't happen. But I think that I can own how I could have done things better. And I can own the parts. I think part of your healing journey in any relationship is owning the parts of it that you can learn from. I think a lot of people want to get caught up in pride and ego and say that they're fine or they're better or this, that, and the third. You know, they want to make it seem like they did everything perfectly and this, that, and the third. And that's not real. It's not real. We all have a part to play and we all could do things better. And I think that you can't really heal until you truly reveal those things, not only to yourself, but to others. And so I use that as an opportunity just to be honest, because I'm not the only woman in here that has left relationships out of, you know, being hot in a moment. You know what I'm saying? And there's women that file for divorce every day, angry, hurt, highly emotional. And my goal was to really bring and reveal that and hopefully save some marriages, really. You know, I mean, that's the goal. And you know, people can say whatever they want to say about me. Oh, this, that, and third, whatever. I hear it all the time. But my goal really was to expose a behavior that I see very frequently, especially with women in this type of setting. And whether...
So, okay, let me... This is the part that I wanted to go over with you guys, okay? What she said was she's trying to expose this behavior that women go through, but it was her own behavior. It was her own behavior. It was her own behavior that led to the destruction of her marriage. It was her own behavior. Watching shit like this has me goddamn terrified. All of my friends that hit me up, hey man, I'm about to go get married. It's just like, I think about stuff like this because I'm just like, damn, bro, make sure that everybody around you meets her so they can try at least to reduce the risk of you knowing that you're marrying someone that has the capability to destroy you later on in life. This guy Tyrese went viral and had the whole internet laughing at him. What more do you want from me? But now we find out a couple of years later why he had this particular reaction. So many men in my comments hit me up with Tyrese's same reaction, begging for help. This is why content like this serves no purpose for men, because we're tired of the, I was just trying to heal. I know that the relationship ended, but it was a learning experience. You're learning. You're learning. This is my life. This is my life. You're learning. I don't give a fuck about your learning. This is my life. We already know when men get married, what the fuck we're up against. But you get praised for being transparent? What clown world shit is this? All 35.2 women down into the empty army. How do y'all not look at the conversation on Harley Initiator's platform and think about the men that you are trying to get married to? We look at shit like this with disgust because this is our lives. It was just a learning experience. Fuck your learning. Fuck your learning. Crazy. Get angry at shit like this. Be pissed. Be upset. Be angry because you haven't figured out emotional control? What? No wonder why so many men say that dealing with women is like dealing with children. No wonder. Children lack emotional control. Oh, this shit gets me so goddamn upset. I showed this to one of my homegirls and she's like, same shit. Oh, she's being visible. She's being transparent. And here, at the end of the day, I give her a kudos for talking through this whole thing right here. But I think what happened was that she got put on the spot. And the things that she's been talking with her therapist about as she's going through kind of the Tyrese, allegedly said that she tried to get back with him, all this other shit right there. I think the truth began to come out, and aside of the story that was live and direct, and some information probably slipped out where, the reaction of the reality of what can happen of getting married became true. Let me also say this as well. Guys, one of the fundamental lessons, knowing that we are visual creatures, is having the same energy for beautiful women as you do for average or subpar women. Have the same exact goddamn energy. I don't give a shit what they look like. I don't care. You need respect. You need and require respect. If you are not the leader of your household, you're in a losing household. I would argue Tyrese was not the leader of his household. She ran the show. If you let the emotionality of a woman run the show, that's not a life worth living. You understand me?
And hopefully save some marriages, really. I mean, that's the goal. And people can say whatever they want to say about me. Oh, this, that, and third, whatever. I hear it all the time. But my goal really was to expose a behavior that I see very frequently, especially with women in this type of setting.
I am not scared of marriage. I am scared of divorce. These lawyers are salesmen. They're very good salesmen. Oh, word? How much can I get? And I get the kids? I don't even get $20K a month now. You talk about I break away from them and I get it later? What?
People want to go left or right. I think that's on them, but I really wanted to do what I felt like God was calling me to do, and to be honest, and to, prayerfully save some marriages, man. That's really the goal. I don't want people's marriages to fall apart. And, in the future, there's lessons I'm going to take from that experience into my next marriage, and things that I will do differently. And so that was my thought process. And I wanted to say that to you guys, my Game Changer Nation, because I wanted really badly to be honest. And I really wanted really badly to share that I could have done things better, and being specific about how I could do things better. Yes, I could sit there on an interview and badmouth my ex the whole time, but there's ways that I could be better. There's things that I could do better, and wasting my time blaming somebody else, that's a waste of time.
I think that guilt is eating her up inside. I believe that it is. This is some crazy ish, but it reminds me of Brittany Renner. It reminds me of PJ Washington. it reminds me, and it's just crazy because as men, we have to be, I tell you guys so often the things that you should be focusing on within your purpose, within building your utility in life to be the greatest version of yourself. And it's just like, man, when you do, you have access to a lot more women, a lot more beautiful women, right? Like, and we know love is conditional for the modern woman today, and it just is what it is. But setting up this condition with an emotionally based creature and you get married and you lose your leverage is goddamn terrifying. It's terrifying. And it's more terrifying that modern women today are not calling this stuff out. They just love the transparency. Choosing a woman will be one of the most important decisions that you guys ever make in your entire life. And if you don't choose correctly, then you might be on the internet uploading and publishing a crying goddamn video. Shout out to Tyrese.
I'd rather spend that time getting better, growing, learning lessons, than helping other people learn lessons. That's what I'd rather do. And I can't control anybody else and what they decide to do. So anyway, guys, that was my thought process, is that it's my truth. It is the truth. It was the uncomfortable truth because you saw how uncomfortable I was. But I'm proud. I'm proud that authenticity is put on stage, and wherever God has it to go, it'll go.
Where my red
right?
flag at?
So anyway, guys, I wanted to go ahead and thank you. Thank you, Rodney. Thank you, Tribal. Thank you. I appreciate each and every one of you guys for supporting.
Your truth. Your truth. Your goddamn truth. God damn it. Oh, wrong one. Wrong one. Oh, shit, I'm hitting all type of shit. I'm fucking up. Oh, shit, I'm fucking up my soundboard. Hold on, my shit fucked up. Hold on. Oh, God, my glasses almost came off. I'm sweating profusely. Yo, if I hear it's my truth, if I hear it's giving, I just want to vomit all over myself. I am allergic to those words, okay? I am allergic. They perturb me. They disturb me.